Alrighty. Continuing on, we're heading out to middle of nowhere to drop off a ship and some implants. It's a long journey.
Here's to Kajia, with stars in her eyes. Dream on, beneath endless skies. From a grandchild's love to the edges of space, she sailed the stars with exceptional grace.
Right. So, more Holland. Try to double watch support. Okay, cool. I appreciate it, Iceman. We got 39 more jumps. Oof. I mean, 20 down. Need this skin, the dirt one. I think it's called Load Strike. Short little jump here. Rios? No. This Locator.
truckers, the haulers in space. May your routes be clear. May you have no fear in the endless race. Our beloved space truckers embrace.
Who makes the songs? I wrote them. Yeah. All right.
Warp drive active.
Gonna be a little bit of a trip. Setting up these null characters.
Warp drive active.
So deliver these goods down to my other characters, and then be working on sourcing some blueprints. And I don't know where all I'm going to source them from. And some of them are going to be pretty expensive.
Warp drive active.
Let's see, how much did I drop already? So, I've done, I don't know, about 4 billion in purchases for this so far. Mo Trash, hello. Been doing well, how about yourself? If you lost me, give a follow there, buddy.
Welcome to the Dragons.
F2
Like that.
Trash just followed.
Thank you. So we're heading down to Kebbers, which is a gateway to Null. The long trip.
Warp drive active.
Your account got taken over. Get 2FA this time.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Boom. All of a sudden, facing the other direction. So Flynn, your question is why this ship and not others?
Warp drive.
And you mentioned the Crane, Tyra, or Deluge. Well, so this is my old fit for my go-to for deep space transport. It works well. My new one is Impel Amar, but I didn't have that ship available to me where I was leaving from, and one of these was available. And it really has to do with the durability to survive a gank. And so this is a DST that can provide some good tank. 350,000 EHP. So it's really all about surviving the gank, the high EHP. Forward ops cloak? No, this is a deep space transport. It's not a blockade runner.
Warp drive active.
How do you defeat a gank? EHP. Brute force it. Blockade runner is a completely different type of ship. You treat it a completely different way. So what's the advantages of a blockade runner versus a deep space transport? Well, blockade runner is faster, but it's also thinner. Some of them can be one shot if you have the right ship. They can't scan the cargo hold in a blockade runner, and for that reason, a lot of them get shot whether they're hauling anything or not, because the guys want to see, like the loot pinata, what falls out, because they can't scan you. And so this right here, this holds a lot more. In fact, you can't hold something like a fitted ship in a deep space transport, and I have a fitted ship in here. So they're just completely different types of ships, and this is not a... Okay, so right tool for the job. This is the right tool for this job. And blockade runner is not the right tool, especially since I'm transporting a ship. If I wasn't transporting a ship, then maybe a blockade runner would be okay. But blockade runners tend to be They are... Oh, I just got scanned. Do you see that? That griffin scanned me. All right. That's a sign of a gank coming.
Warp drive active.
I'm using an Octor currently. Yep. It is dock up and do something else time. So, since I just got scanned, I'm giving them a cooldown. It's very unlikely to get gank doing these high sec transportation high sec. Well, so no, it happens. I mean, ganks only happen in high sec. So by definition, ganks are the most common in high sec because that's the only place that they can happen. But the fact is, since I got scanned, I can just give them a little bit of a cooldown and not go through the gate at the moment, and they won't necessarily know what I'm doing unless they're watching the show. Then it's a whole different story. So, and then they're all set up. They know what they need to throw at me and everything. And if that's the case, well, that's hard to defeat. But yeah, so let's see here. I'm gonna log in another character here. If they're watching the show, no need to have scanned. Yeah, you're probably right. So, Blockade Runner is about speed and stealth, and Deep Space Transport is about moderate cargo size and brute EHP to survive a gank. That's what it's about. So, let's see here. So this is one of my characters I use for sinoing. She also is what I use for construction. So the capital ship stuff here. In order to build Titans, you just need capital ship construction 5. The advanced capital ship construction is for the faction Titans. So, this character also does resource processing. So that if I'm buying stuff on, from other players, then I can refine it. So, let's see, do I have any other ships out here? "34 jumps away really is the closest ships I have?" Oh man. No, that's by name. I do by number of jumps. That was wrong. I'm like, what the hell? Here, let me see if I have any implants going on this character. Oh, she has a clone up in a Mar. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Where is her death clone at? Home station's down there. Okay. See, we're at war currently. She has a full training clone out there. That's way far away from where I'm at. If you were to jump to Mar, bring my other character up. Oops. The destination in here. Whoa, that's pretty ugly looking. Must be select for safer, yeah, for shorter. Even that. Why does it have me going through, not through like head GP? Get it. Maybe I have head GP in my block list. No, just the normal stuff. Did you know that if you look in your block list, everybody by default has Jita? I don't understand why it wants to take me through this other route. Blue jump bridges, void systems and avoidance list, disable autopilot on each waypoint. Must feel like this is quicker. It must be. I'm gonna go down and pick up another ship. When I did, I want to make sure I don't have any implants. I looked at jump clones, not implants. Okay, just CPU in. Okay, that's fine.
Warp drive active.
Right, out in null. So she's a Sino pilot. Just gonna go pick up one of her Sino ships that can be used for industrials, which thankfully is a nice cheap ship. Which I could just build another one, but I got one out here. I left it out there so I could pick it up anyway.
Warp drive active.
It won't take too long to fly out there. And it looks like we have some jump bridges along the way now. Maybe not so much yet. Oh, I see why this is so... This is going to lead me up through this way. I don't know that I want to fly that way. I don't know. I suppose it's fine. I don't know if I'd run into any hostilities going that direction, though. Might. If I have ozone in the cargo hold. Find out.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
And you pick up a player date in a pod. You have a problem in game. You lost your ship and you cannot dock to a station to replace your ship. Sounds like you're probably a newer player.
Warp drive active.
And if you're out in null, you may not have docking rights. You may have to go to a different system. You can right-click down here on this and select self-destruct. And then you'll appear back in your home station. If you're just in your pod, it probably doesn't matter too much. Just for fun, hello? Got a neutral in here. They're in a metamorphosis. All right, they're probably not going to be any problem for me.
Drive active.
Nice Corvette, yeah. Wonder if I have a skin for it. I do. Oh, let's go with the ugliest one there is. Here is the Halcyon Dawn skin. It's actually not that bad looking of a skin, I guess. It's the one that we all used to get for free for daily logins for a bunch of different ships. Probably the most common skin out there at this point. And you couldn't put them on the market, couldn't trade them, so you just apply it to your ships for your character most likely to want to skin. They don't have the daily login stuff anymore like they used to. Now it's just special events.
Warp drive active.
It has a drone bay? Really? Oh yeah, it does. Alright. Yeah, I forgot about that. It does, because Galante, their specialty weapon is drones for the most part. So... yeah. Not that I plan on fighting anything with this, but you know. 1702 Gaming, by the way, feel free to ask any questions about Eve. If we know the answers, we'll help you out. Alright, jump bridge. I'm glad,
Active.
because like they're far and few between here right now.
Warp drive active.
Right. See, there's another jump bridge. It's nice. Saves me time and everything, but we are gonna dock up here.
Active.
Not sure how to pronounce your name, DLH. But hello? Alright. I'm the only one in here. Head into this guy again.
Docking request accepted.
Continue on. Cooldown achieved. I'm pretty sure. You know. Never really know, but
Warp drive active.
$99. That's okay and easy. Well, I'll try and remember. Alright, so back into my hauler. So basically what happened was I come through the gate, I got scanned, which is a sign of looking for gank targets. And so I docked up and did a cooldown so that they don't know when I'm going to come through the gate. I'm probably falling off their list now if they were handing, you know, people on the other end names and such. So we'll find out though. So here we go. Doesn't look too bad right here. There's nothing going on right here. It's not necessarily that that their plans were to you know, to gank at the next gate. It could be that they assume I'm going to a Mar and plan, you know, somewhere along there. So got to be vigilant. But that's kind of how you, if you suspect that, you know, you're getting scanned so that they can see whether or not to gank you or whatnot. Docking up, giving it some time is the best suggestion.
Drive active.
Because they'll continue to look for easy targets and such, so they want the easy. And I won't be an easy kill either.
Drive active.
Right. So I'm always watching for if I get scanned. Sometimes you hear it, sometimes you just see a beam of light directed at you. Depends on what type they're using. A passive one makes no noise. And you don't know that you don't get any target back or anything. Can I help you with a mining ship build? Well, you'd use a venture if... Are you a new pilot? 1702? If you're a new pilot, you'd use a venture.
Drive active.
And if you get into a venture, let's see here, community fittings, gas collector, ore mining, alpha miner, ore starter. There's several here which are probably pretty good. So you go into the fitting window and then they'll have the stuff there. Community fits. Those are probably going to be the best. Any fit that I have for a venture, because I do list fits as well, but any fit that I have for a venture is going to be for other uses because I don't use it for mining. But it is where you start out at and get your feet wet. It's the cheapest ship. You'll be able to mine some stuff, kind of figure things out. If you lose it because somebody ganks you or a rat takes you out or whatnot, it's not a huge loss. You should be able to make more money with it before you lose it than what it's worth. Just, you know, as a general rule, don't fly anything you can't afford to replace. And so you start with a venture and figure stuff out, like where it's a good place to mine, where it's not, stuff like that. So you're not risking a bigger ship. If you're Omega, you can get into bigger ships. But wait on those until you have a bit of experience with mining, because there are good places to mine and bad places to mine. You do not want to mine near a... Alright, this guy right here is probably a scanner. Oops, I left my propulsion on. Damn it. Well, I didn't see him scan me. So. But when they're sitting at 0, or sitting, not moving on a gate, one, they're either flying through and they just forgot that they were flying and walked away for a second, or they are sitting there watching traffic go by for whatever reason. Also, 1702 Bjorn on Twitch says do air career missions to get the starter gears and some ships. It will give you some starter gear, it'll give you some ships and stuff. That's a very good suggestion. The AIR career starter missions, do that. And that'll give you some goals and let you try out some different things as well. The AIR stuff here is in your left menu, like opportunities. Yeah, you look in these. And also, if you haven't already done so, since you're on YouTube, you're looking for a link in the description for Eve. If you click on that, it'll give you 1,000,000 extra skill points if you haven't already done that. And it's free, and 1,000,000's a lot of points, but you save them for when you run into something you're trying to do and you need just a little bit of skill points to throw at it. There you go, you'll have a little bit extra you can throw at it instantly instead of waiting for the training time. And so always keep a reserve of extra skill points for just that, especially when starting out. Use them sparingly. That's 1,000,000 per account, Finn. Exclamation point Eve if you haven't done it. I get a little something too if you use my link.
Warp drive active.
Oh yeah, Nick Pa says if you're Omega, there's 15,000 skill points in New Eden store every Tuesday. There is, I've already collected it, so no collection of that for me today. And those you just put in the pool that are ready to be applied at any given time. So I usually try and keep some extra skill points on my characters for, you know, stuff that trying to do, and I need to get something skilled right away. Which happens from time to time. I mean, I've been playing long enough now, I kind of know what all is needed. And I have multiple characters, so I don't necessarily need to be doing that as much, but I do try and keep a reserve on each one of my characters anyway. What do you need to press? So you'd have to go to the link in the description in the YouTube, since you're on YouTube, and there's a link there for Eve. You just click that link and then log in with your normal login and password, and then it'll gift you 1,000,000 skill points to your account. Another guy sitting, not doing anything. Do I ever purchase some of the CCP packages? I have in the past. Every once in a while, maybe. I mean, typically I don't buy a whole lot for myself, although when they do the Omega MCT stuff, the bundle where you get it at like half price when you get all of it together, I tend to get some of those for my account, since I train all my characters. So yeah, and you can get them from our store. So I tend to get them from you know, our own supply, and so.
Drive active.
You lost your mining ship? Well, that happens. Yeah, so you might need to go to a market and buy another one. Then you got to buy the fit for it too. Yeah, so that's also another point being brought up in Twitch chat about getting both from us and CCP. Yeah, a lot of the one-time things, you can get one from us and you can get one from CCP, so you can actually do the one time twice. So, and then sometimes the deals appear in NES in here too, but those will be minus any Plex, if there was Plex in those, and then you pay using Plex. You don't have the money, 1702? Well, go look at those AIR missions. I believe that a lot of the low-level ones will provide you with the ship. $1702. What's your character name in game?
Drive active.
Type it into YouTube chat for me. I'll send you money to buy another venture. Does Laura have a weekly VOD for New Bros? I can see that. Be his style. Right. We're gonna dock up right here.
Warp drive active.
So, all right. 1702 went AFK. So he probably didn't hear my offer to send him a little bit of ISK for replacing his ship. All right, if you are watching on video, we'll see you in the next episode.